Hello everyone and welcome to this video on integrating Power BI. I am Tim Weinzapfel, and in this video I'm going to show how you can pull multi-page website data into Power BI with just using Power Query. So let me show you what I mean by this. I'm going to jump over here to a report that I created to analyze 10 years of esports or electronic sports data. So you can see here I've got an analysis across a number of categories of esports, covering how many tournaments were held, how many players were involved, prize money, as well as popular games and a few other things. The data came from a website I found called esportsearnings.com, and let me go to it right here. Here was the website that I was able to pull the data from, and it had a lot of great history. If I go to this history tab, you can see how it spans going all the way back from 1998, and you can see information such as top players, top countries, top games, and so on. The problem that I was running into was that the data, I'll go over here to top players, was set in these nice tables, but it was actually split by pages across different years. And you'll see this commonly with, a lot of websites that have data in tables, but they are split across different pages. So how could I address this without having to go through each and every page, connecting that through Power BI using the web connector, and then that would be a lot of time. Now this site did have an API, but because of time, I didn't have a chance to look into that, and I also wanted to avoid web scraping. But one thing I did discover is that the URLs had a very consistent pattern. So if I go up here, I'm looking at top players, I'm looking at 2024. If I go here to 2023, the only thing that is changing up here is the year. Same with games, countries, and so on, is that I had this URL pattern that I could then leverage using Power Query and just loop through all of the connections to pull in the data. And let me show you just how easy this was, because I was also able to leverage ChatGPT to do most of the work for me. So let's jump over to Power Query, and I'm going to actually walk through setting this up. So I've got, I did this by each category, so players, games, teams, and countries, but I'm going to only right now focus on just setting up one called top players. So let me show you what I did. The first thing what I did is I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to use the web connector. So I'm going to jump back to my page here because I want to get the first page that I wanted. And I'm going to start with 2024. I'm going to copy this URL because I'm going to connect to this page, just as if you were going to connect to that and just pull that data. So I'm going to go up here to new source, use the web connector, because this allows you to connect to a website that has table information. So I'm going to paste in the website, and then it's going to go ahead and suggest all of the available tables that I can connect to. And there are different options, so I might have to go through one, but this first one is the one I needed. So I'll click OK, and it will go ahead and create that table. So here is the table. Now it is only the first 100 players, because that is all that is being pulled in to on that page. And if I jump back to the site here, I'd have to go to additional pages, and this one only, I'd have to go to, let's see, this one only has 100 pages here, 100, but I did notice other years had more players, but I only focused on the top 100 to keep it simple. So now I'm back here and I can go into my advanced editor and I can see the query. Let's go ahead and do the word wrap. There's the full query that pulls this. Now here it is for 2024. I could easily change this to 2023 and it would pull the data for 2023. What I want though is it to loop through all of the years that I want and then pull it all into one query, and that's what I've actually done here. This top one is, if I go to the advanced editor, it's just a revamped query that has a loop function in it. Now, this was the other advantage. Rather than me recreating all this and trial and error and trying to set up the different functions in Power Query, what I did, and I'm going to jump back over here now to, let me jump up over here. I actually went to ChatGPT and simply provided it the query what I wanted. I gave it the situation, I gave it the context, and then I pasted in the query from my Power Query, the M code, and it revamped it and gave me the new query to use. And this one actually I was able to use directly. I was able to copy this code, paste it in, and it was done. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and I'm going to go back to the new query that I created. I'll go up into Advanced Editor, and I'm just going to delete the original one, and I'm going to paste in the new one. And then there it is. It is now combined, and you're going to see there are more than down here at the 1,000 rows. And if I filter, so let's go up here, I could filter to, let's see if I could get, where is the year? You'll see 2014. There are all of the years. So all of that was done real quickly through the use of a simple initial query and then leveraging the power of ChatGPT to update and tweak the query for me. And then there is my top players information. And then I went ahead and did the same thing for games, teams, and countries. That allowed me to gather all of that data. So that was it. That was a very quick and easy way to do that. So if you are running into websites that have data spread across multiple pages and have that consistent pattern, Power Query is a great connector with that web connection, and setting up a looping function or process to do that and let Power Query do the work for you. So I hope you found this helpful. A quick little tip on how you can leverage these capabilities, and I will continue to be doing more videos on integrating Power BI. So thank you for watching this video.